So, it happened at 3:14 a.m. In the middle of a war zone, a fax machine came to life. No alert, no context, no subject line. Just a single page sliding out on Mar-a-Lago letterhead like it had time-traveled from 1987, drenched in hairspray and ego. An aide in the Ukrainian president's office pulled it from the tray and stared. It had gold trim, a giant Sharpie signature, and 3 lines of text that looked like they'd been dictated mid-golf swing. 1. Everyone stop. 2. Send thank you notes to me. 3. No more fake news about my hotels. The aide looked around the room. He said, I think this is his peace plan. Silence. Then someone else muttered, he faxed it? The president of Ukraine, still half asleep, walked in, read the page, and sighed like a man who'd just been pranked by history itself. Meanwhile, Trump was wide awake and posting. I ended the war. Zelensky equals rude. No thank you. Fax machines are back. You're welcome. He uploaded a photo of the letter next to a Diet Coke and a half-eaten meatloaf. Caption: Best deal since the art of the deal. Newsmax called it historic. Fox called it bold. Putin reportedly laughed, then framed it. CPAC didn't hesitate. They printed the fax on hats, mugs, and beach towels. A banner hung from the main stage. 1 page, 1 president, 1 world. The crowd roared like someone had just invented sliced bread again. One donor wept. Another proposed to the framed copy. A child dressed as a fax machine was carried around like Simba. In Kyiv, the mood was different. The defense minister asked, "Is this a threat or performance art?" The foreign minister scanned it for hidden ink. A junior staffer suggested replying with a coffee ring and a post-it that said, "Try again." Zelensky held a press conference. He raised the fax like it was evidence. "We appreciate former President Trump's interest," he said, "but Ukraine does not negotiate peace by fax, especially not with bullet points." A reporter asked if he'd be following the plan. Zelensky didn't answer. He just blinked. Slowly. At Mar-a-Lago, Trump leaned into it. He announced the formation of Fax Force One. It was literally just the hotel business center. Now with velvet ropes and a plaque that read, "Birthplace of Peace." Trump stood next to the printer, called it sacred, and offered guided diplomacy tours for $149 a person, Diet Coke included. He went live on camera holding a blank sheet. "This one's for Asia," he said. "We're solving things fast now." TikTok exploded. Hashtag Trumpy's plan racked up 6 million views. People started faxing their own world peace ideas to embassies, Starbucks, and IKEA. One guy faxed, 1. Be nice. 2. Free tacos. 3. Less yelling to NATO. Another faxed their Tinder bio to the Kremlin. Russia unmatched immediately. A parody account posted a video of a toaster accepting the Trump plan and declaring war on microwaves. It got 1 million likes in 2 hours. Back at CPAC, things reached peak absurdity. A replica of the fax was sealed in glass. A man in a sequined flag blazer cried while reading it aloud. Another, dressed as Zelensky, was booed for not showing enough gratitude. Trump showed up on stage holding a new sheet of paper. "This one's for Africa," he said. "It's going to be even better." The crowd started chanting, "1 page! 1 page!" A woman fainted. Trump held up the Sharpie like it was Excalibur. Back at the White House, the press secretary said, "We're aware of the document." When asked if President Biden had a response, she said, "No, but if he does, we'll use email." In Europe, leaders tried not to comment, but one diplomat was overheard calling it the most American thing we've ever seen. The EU issued a brief statement. Peace should involve dialogue, not office supplies. NATO said nothing, but a staffer reportedly used the fax as a drink coaster during a briefing. Putin's spokesperson responded with a smirk. "We thank Mr. Trump for the laugh," he said. "We've filed it under comedic relics." Inside Kyiv, the war raged on. Missiles landed. Sirens blared. Families sheltered underground. And in the middle of it, someone accidentally printed the Trump plan again. Zelensky walked by, glanced at it, and muttered, "Still just the one page?" Trump went live again from the Mar-a-Lago pool, shirt half-buttoned, Sharpie in hand. "This is bigger than the moon landing," he said. "People don't realize what I've done here." He held up a fresh page. "This one's for Mars," he added. "You're welcome, aliens." A new slogan was born. Why talk when you can fax? Don Jr. launched a podcast. Episode 1, How Dad Beat World War III Using Toner. Eric began selling Peace Toner on Truth Social. $299 per cartridge. Comes with a sticker that says, Diplomat. By day 4, Trump was charging $999 for signed copies of the fax. For $5,000, he'd add a ketchup thumbprint. For $25,000, he'd call you and read it aloud in his serious voice. Someone bought 12. Zelensky's team released one more statement. It read, "Ukraine continues to value partnerships based on dialogue, law, and reality." At CPAC, none of that mattered. They'd moved on to promoting Trump's upcoming 2-page solution for climate change. Speculation was it involved golf carts, windmills, and duct tape. Late-night TV erupted. Saturday Night Live introduced a new recurring character, Ambassador Fax. Colbert built a set entirely out of printer paper. Even John Oliver broke character and whispered, "We deserve this." Somewhere in the Pentagon, a general asked if Ukraine might sign the fax just to shut him up. Another replied, "That assumes he stops." Trump posted one final video, standing next to the fax machine, hand on heart. "You're welcome, Earth," he said, "and probably the galaxy." This is the irony. And that's the irony. So, disclaimer. This video is a work of satire and fiction. It is intended for entertainment purposes only and should not be interpreted as fact, news, or a representation of real events. Any similarities to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental.